believe it. My name is Jennifer Cramer Lewis, and this is the Audacious Ask. And so what is the Audacious Ask, you ask yourself? Well, one of the things that I've noticed is that we've been so conditioned to ask for just enough to be able to pay our bills, or just enough opportunities, or just enough friends, or just enough lovers, or just enough of whatever it is that we would like to have in our lives. And we haven't actually been programmed to ask for way more than enough. And what would that be like if you could ask for way more of what it is that lights you up? What if you could have a business that lights you up? What if you could have a home that lights you up? What if you could have a lover or a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend that lights you up? What if your whole life could light you up? And that's what the Audacious Ask is about. One of the things that I noticed about myself is I'm always up-leveling my game. I'm always up-leveling my business. I'm always up-leveling my relationship with my partner, Tom. And, you know, I'm just so much more willing to ask for more than my fair share of what lights me up in the world. And so it was a natural fit for me to become a coach and a facilitator of this amazing stuff called Access Consciousness. And so if this is the first time you've ever heard of Access Consciousness, you can pop over to accessconsciousness.com and have a look around there. Access Consciousness is a facilitation medium, and then also includes the body. And so how many times have you tried to do something, you thought, oh my God, yeah, this is the best idea ever. And your body was like, oh, hell no, I'm not going to learn how to run a marathon. Or you decided that you were going to go and do this amazing business thing and your body got sick. So your body is along for the ride. And so what would it be like if you actually asked your body to contribute to your creations, contribute to why you're here on this planet? And so there's amazing artists who know, like ballerinas and even football players, who include the body and their body in the equation of their lives. And their body helps them make money, and their body is just absolutely amazing. And there's also people who are smart enough to ask their body to work in their business. And so who knows, we might end up talking about that today. And so we run for about an hour every Monday in Canada. And then also it becomes later in the day as you go across the globe. It might be Tuesday where you are. And we would love for you to join us live. And you can jump onto the link bit.ly/audaciously, capital A, audaciously. Jane, what's your Audacious Ask?
Oh, golly. Well, already getting plenty already about asking my body again, keeping on asking. Yes. Actually, my relationship with my body. What do I need? What will it take for me to completely trust my body?
Nice.
I think so. I think that's the one I want.
That's a great ask. That's a great ask. So how does it show up for you, Jane, that you are aware that there's your relationship with your body is in the needs improvement basket?
All my life. Well, for a long time, because I've gone through, years of starving myself to be model skinny, and that was all me not trusting my body to know what to do on its own, and I had to force it to be what I needed it, what I thought it had to be.
Cool.
And I think that it probably doesn't trust me that much.
Well, yeah.
If
you didn't feed me, I wouldn't trust you either, Jane.
Oh my God, have I starved myself? And that for years. And so I did get that one time that I really needed to apologize. So I apologized for a year.
Nice.
But I'm still like in that. I had a whole sensation the other day that I still don't fully trust it. And I'd really like to get past that. And I have to say that came after I had my bars run, which is interesting. So I had this whole other awareness around my relationship with my body.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. So if we could fast forward 12 months from now, when you actually created a relationship with your body that includes asking your body for awareness and then acting on the awarenesses that your body is going to give you.
Yeah.
What's your sense of what you could create? Like, what would that look like in 12 months? What would your relationship with your body look like?
Firstly, I wouldn't feel like I had to control it with everything I ate. That's part of it. I still have that a little bit going on, although it's much better.
Well, there's a lot of entrainment there, isn't there?
A lot of entrainment.
Like a little mouse in a maze.
And the truth is, and the other side of it too, is that when I went, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of eating, not eating, then I put on a whole lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you've got to prove that if I don't control it.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I got to prove myself right about that one.
Okay. So let's talk about that.
It would be. I would just have a very relaxed experience with my body. Understanding that it totally knows what it has to do. It totally knows what it has to do. And I'm still in that, because one of the things I've done over the last 6 years is because I'm an old nurse and I studied physiology and I totally understand physiology and I totally understand metabolism. And one of the things I did was I've really gone on a very low carb diet, and it has worked very well for me. And I'm very relaxed in it, much more relaxed in it, except that when I can't control the source of my food, which showed up on Sunday when I went to a friend's 50th birthday party. And she's Indian, and all these Indians.
Oh, yeah.
It was fabulous.
25 dishes, and you have to try all of them. Or
no, what's even worse, we were at a Chinese restaurant and we were doing yum cha, and it was a Shanghaiese restaurant. Everything was a dumpling, which isn't good for a low carber. No. So let's
talk about that, Jane. Let's talk about control with your body. Yeah. And so how many years would you say, or lifetimes would you say, that you achieved, I want to say, greatness of some sort by control or stoicism with your body?
Oh, yeah. Oh, a few thousand, I'd say.
Okay, cool. So all of those lifetimes, will you destroy and uncreate all of them?
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a yes with a no. So good and bad, right? Nine boys, shorts, and beyonds. So everywhere you told yourself, so all of the stories and the accolades, and all of the legends of you and your body throughout all lifetime, space, dimensions, and realities, will you destroy and uncreate them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I totally get that.
Fun talk, all 9 boys, shorts, and beyonds. So destroy and uncreate, if this is the first time that you've heard this, is an invitation to make it so these limitations or these points of view don't exist anymore. And so even if it's a good point of view, like, oh, well, I'm a good mother, or, and all of your friends think you're a good mother, or a good point of view about, like, I'm good at something. And so the invitation to Jane is to destroy and uncreate all the lifetimes where she was actually good at controlling her body. And so there is an element of chaos that we can invite into our bodies. And, like, have you ever heard stories about people who were able to lose something like 40 pounds in like 30 days or something ridiculous like that? Yeah. And, even if, 10% of them are true, then there's still a lot of people out there who can invite this element of chaos in their body. And so we're not taught that. Media says, oh, well, lose 40 pounds in 30 days with our, easy to follow plan, where basically you're drinking greens drinks and, spending the rest of the time in the bathroom.
Done that.
So, yeah. And so you can imagine your body it has no point of view.
Yeah.
And it also has a point of view that it would like to be healthy. So your body does have a point of view about what it would like to look like, or something like a point of view about what it would like to look, not quite like as firm as that. Yeah. And it also has the ability to create from chaos. And so what you can do is you can say, okay, cool, body, how can I be in communion with you, body? You put your hand, me, I love it when you put your hand on your heart and your belly button and check into your body. And so say, hey, body, what would it be like if we were in communion today? And just tap into the nice, gushy feeling about being in communion with your body. And so I love the who, what, when, where kind of thing. It's like, where can we go today to have more body communion right away?
Yeah.
And sometimes your body's like, go to the beach. And sometimes your body's like, go to the couch. Sometimes your body's like, go to bed.
I know,
like for sleep or for something else.
Yeah, I know it's really it's wanting something of me, because I haven't been able to sleep very well the last couple of nights.
Okay.
And
so how much actual like super sweaty activity, like running or swimming or, like real cardio?
I have this a barrier to it, because while I was not eating, I used to run 8-10 kilometers every morning too. So it's the full dysfunctional stuff.
Yeah.
And
so what if you actually tapped into your body? Like, truth, does it want to have really kind of sweaty, great, I just really worked out?
Yeah.
Like something
I'll ask that too.
Yeah.
I know it does. Well, I think it does. I think it does.
You think it does? Okay, so get your energy center out of here.
Yeah.
Drop it down in between your hand on your heart and your hand on your belly button, which is like your diaphragm. Let's ask your diaphragm what your body would like. Because there's a whole bunch of feel-good chemicals that come from like super sweaty exercise. And so whatever that looks like for you, like some people like hot yoga, so that gets the endorphins going because you're circulating, right? And some people love to dance. My body loves to dance, and it's been like begging me, like, go dancing. And I have all of these points of view, like, oh, well, I can't go dancing and not take Tom. And, it's just like a whole bunch of different things. And so, you're not the only person who's ever overridden what the body's trying to tell you. But, having a skill and like just checking in every morning, like, where can I go to have more communion right away? Like, who would you like to spend time with, body? Because there may be, a bunch of vampire friends that you're spending time with, and your body's like, no.
Yeah.
And there might be a bunch of super contributive friends that, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get together with them, but your body feels wonderful after you do. Yeah. And then what is like, what can we eat today? What would you like to eat today? What would you like to wear today? Just a bunch of different what questions.
Yeah, and that one's really up right now because I'm packing to go to China for a month, and I have to, and I'm wondering what to pack. And I thought, when you were just talking about body before, I went, oh, why am I asking my body what it would like to wear over there?
Yeah, I always do. Every time I go on a business trip, I pick up a piece of clothes and I'm like, hey, body, would you like to wear this on our trip?
Yeah.
And then I ask it, hey, will you be fun for me on our trip if I wear you? And if it's yes, and then I'm like, okay, will you be profitable for me to bring on this trip?
Yeah.
And so you're asking the clothes and you're asking the body, hey, if I wear this, and it may turn out that you take hardly anything, and it may turn out that you have to have a giant big fat suitcase. And what if you had no point of view?
I only have a point of view that I'm a very tall, reasonably well-boned woman, and in China they don't make clothes big enough.
No, they don't. You would have to have them custom sewn, so there's not a lot for you.
No, definitely not shoes either. So it's quite funny. I do have to take clothes. So
yeah. So have a look.
And I'm up on stage. I'm up on stage 8 days in a row. You know, I'm sort of like managing this thing.
Oh, you can have a whole bunch of beautiful pashminas.
Yeah.
I bring those all the time because there's like some clothes that my body super loves, and I'm like, body, you already wore this on this trip. My body's like, I don't care. Just make it look new again.
When my head decides I'm going to wear things, it's all very stitched up and corporate looking. And there's a part of me that I know doesn't want to do that this time. Yeah. It really just wants to have a whole lot of fun with clothes this time. So I'm in that place. Yeah, that's right.
How can you enjoy that?
I'm going to definitely enjoy that.
So lots and lots of questions. This is my feedback for you is lots and lots of questions, and the W questions, except for why. Why is never a good question.
What? Absolutely.
Never ask why.
I agree entirely. I got taught that years ago. And I love this. I love the question thing because I've been training myself for a few years to stay in questions. I sort of had some, I've studied a lot of things. And one of the things that keeps coming up is staying in the question. And so this has, working with you has just totally reinforced and really given me so much more, so many more techniques and skills and goodness knows what else in order to stay in the question. And that's that's one of the reasons why I got very attracted to you in the first place, because I'm going, oh, she wants to, it's staying in the question. It's very powerful. My perception is very powerful. And you know me, and you know what Di and I created by staying in a question.
Yes.
And I have to tell you something funny. It was very sad. In the meantime, Harry's mum has died last week. Mum died.
Yes. What the heck?
I know. And we went to the funeral yesterday, and she's a gorgeous she was a beautiful Greek woman. She was just divine. And so they had this big Greek ceremony for her, which was so fitting for this very good Greek woman. And anyway, we're very together, and it's really lovely, and went to the wake. And Diane has organised a week in Fiji for the family because they really do need to get away. Right?
They do.
Oh my God. Have I encouraged that one, or have I encouraged that one? And I said, so when are you leaving for Fiji? And she says, Friday night. I said, what time? She says, 11. I said, gosh, I'm leaving at 10 for China. I'll meet you for a drink at the departure lounge. So,
now you guys could run bars in the airport.
So funny. So I have beautiful friends I hang around, and these guys do nurture me. I feel very nurtured by that lovely relationship,
I love it.
It's lovely. They're good people.
Yeah. So how fun was that? So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the Audacious Ask. So what happens every week is, who comes on gets a little bit of facilitation. There may be something that you want a little bit more facilitation or a lot bit more facilitation. And so you can find me on Facebook at Jennifer Cramer Lewis. And that's just Lewis and Cramer with a C. And I'll just put a link down here if you see this video afterwards. And yeah, I just want to invite you to include your body in the equation of your life, include money in the equation of your life, include business elegance, including like, hey, what do you do for a living? And you can just say, well, wow, this is what I do for a living, and this is why I love it, and invite more people to enjoy what it is that you do for a living. My name is Jennifer Cramer Lewis, and that was the Audacious Ask. Hope to see you next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you.